My name is Comrade Prince Ishe. I'm a human rights officer, the voice of the voiceless. I have a question to our president, President Muhammad Buhari. This is the sixth year of this present administration. And to the best of my knowledge, it takes the president 6 months before he appoints his ministers. And one of the reasons he gave is that he want to get the best that will assist him in piloting the affair of Nigeria. And we all believe him. But surprisingly, when the list of the ministers came out, we were shocked because the ministers were not given the portfolio based on merit or based on the area they specialize. One of the mistakes that the government did at the first time is to giving Minister of Power and Minister of Works and Housing to a legal person, to Barrister Fashola, to give him 3 portfolios that he doesn't know anything about. And that is why we are failing as a nation in so many areas. How can you give a sensitive office as power and housing for a legal person that will be given Minister of Justice? And again, many other ministers that have been appointed were not in the best of their field. That is why we're having issues in Nigeria, because it's just like appointing a furniture, somebody that is a furniture, and you make him to mount or to handle medical facility. That is what it takes. And that is why we are failing as a nation, because the appropriate job was not given to the right people. These people have been paid off or have been rewarded for their activeness they played during the campaign. Probably those of them that bring big money to support the campaign were favored. If not, somebody like we have the Minister of Health, Minister of Education. In fact, to the analysis, after putting all these ministers for the past years, their performance is woefully. All of them failed woefully. Amaechi was there as Minister of Transportation. We all see that the man doesn't know what he's doing. Of recent, he went and released music. He's tired. And that is why Nigeria are, instead of alleviating to where we were before, we are directing, we are coming down, instead of making progress, because the appropriate people that have get us the best, we are not choosing. I want to ask our president, these ministers that have been there for 6 years, are they the best hands in Nigeria? I stand to be corrected. We have the best brain. If we don't have the best brain, the present American president cannot employ some Nigerians. I know how many Nigerians that are in his cabinet. These people that are there, they are not the best. That is why, as I'm talking to right now, there's no light. Our roads are in a very bad situation. So how can we, as a nation, that we have brains, we have the best brains, and these are the calibers of people that are seen in the hands of affair of Nigeria for 6 years. I remember vividly when the present administration was campaigning for second term, the Nigerian youth the future generations, people that have been put there, that can be able to reactivate, all right, what this the ministers that are the incompetent ministers, this youth could have been reactivate it and get Nigeria the best. As I'm talking to right now, today, the Minister of Communication, I was listening to the Minister of Communication today, and for what he was saying concerning the ban of Twitter was a fallacy. He was talking stories. We all know what happened, why Twitter was banned. It was when the Twitter deleted our president from probably for violating their rules. That is why the government probably got annoyed, and he was advised that banning of Twitter will be the best. And now he's not saying that Nigerians are using the Twitter, trying to use it to destabilize Nigeria. It is total lie. Let us call a spade a spade. And now he's trying to see how they can be able to withhold other social medias. Remember, this is democracy, freedom of speech. Today, when I was listening to the minister, I see that the Minister of Communication he's an old man. He needs to rest. The man is old. He needs to rest. I'm using this opportunity to call on our president. You still have few more years to go. If I would advise you, what I could have done, advise you is reshuffle your cabinet and bring in new brains. People that can be able to help you. People that can be able to help you to reactivate the dying state of Nigerian economy. In fact, every sector in Nigeria is deteriorating because the level most of the things that you met in 2005 from the former administration we are going down instead of going up, instead of improvement. Is it from every sector? We are lacking. Nigeria is going backward, and that is not a good result. Go to other countries, Rwanda for instance, just to mention few. Look at what is happening there. Look at what is happening in Rwanda. All right, all African countries, those of them that are calling us our big brothers, we are only big brothers by name. It's not by achievement any longer. They are calling us big brothers, and we are assumed that we are at the right track. See Ghana, see their currency. How much is dollar when the president's administration took over the power? How much is dollar today? How much is bag of rice? How much is pure water now as we speak? And there is these ministers and the advisors are not advising our president rightly. That is why instead of getting good results, we are going backwards. Our president, please, Nigerians are crying. The masses are crying that let there be a change. Take for instance, in the football team, the coach, the 11 player, and the reserve bench. Why do you have reserve bench? Is if the people on the 11 player, if any of them are tired or injured, another new players will come in. Doesn't mean that there's no extra time, there's extra player, extra people that can be able to do this job. I've never seen where administration where a government retain one particular set of people for duration of his tenure. Doesn't mean that they are the best. They are not the best. They are not trying. Look at our roads. Look at the economy. It's in shambles. Our education center, our education is also in shambles. Imagine where the minister of education, his own children are not schooling here. They are schooling abroad. And while the students are in SAC in Nigeria, he traveled outside the country for his child's graduation. While the children of poor masses are at home, and you still want to retain him. The problem is that inject new blood. Let them do the magic. As I was saying, using football match as a yardstick. It has happened many times where a good coach will read the activities of the game and change one person. One person that has been brought from the bench can change the game. Sir, with due respect, your ministers need to be overhauling, to be over. You need to bring in new blood. For instance, the central bank governor. The problem Nigeria is having is not, there's no problem. The only problem we're having is policy. That is why the policy this man is bringing, the man has served in 2 administrations. He was there during Jonathan. You still retain him in your first tenure and your second tenure. Don't mean that he is the best. Our own Okonjo Iweala was taken from us. He was here. He was taken. And the world see how important that woman is. And they single-handedly took him away. We have best brains, best economists that can be able to, you can be able to put in within this few time, within this few period that is remaining in your administration. It is possible, very, very possible, that few of these people can change the handwriting on the wall. Sir, I want you to please to listen to this message. Nigeria needs a change, and that is what you promised us. The change. Change your ministers, change your cabinet, so we can be able to have a fresh air, a new blood that can be able to help you. So to write your name on the goal, because if you still control with this kind of ministers, I still remain Comrade Prince Xavier Uche, the voice of the voiceless.